I tell you what, it's some time in America when our government is promising the people so much. Like you said, McCain, he's going to bail out everyone that's in foreclosure. Obama, he's promising stimulus checks, checks in the mail, get the payoff. That is not what government's supposed to do, and the rest of the world is laughing at us as we've went around the world and preached free markets, capitalism, be like us, democracy, and now we're on the move to the biggest nationalizing of our financial sector in the history of the world, and it is socialism. And Marxism, by definition, is a classless society. And the people that have lost all this money, why are they not screaming bloody murder? I mean, how much do they have to lose? 35% is not enough? 70%? Once you've lost 100%, I don't guess you'll have anything to fight back with. I mean, what's your opinion on it, Brian?
I really like the line here, all profits were private, but losses are socialized. I mean, we just saw ExxonMobil's profit yesterday, $14 billion.
Largest
for a quarter.
Largest quarter ever, right?
Ever. That comes out to, if you do the math, $1,800 a second.
Well, I'm no mathematician or financial wizard, but I believe that most people in business, they don't sell a product for a loss. So if they can sell gas today for $2.40 a gallon, and obviously they're making money, when they were selling it to you for $4.30 a gallon, obviously someone's pocket was being lined. Can someone explain to me these gigantic fluctuations in gas that we're being indoctrinated to accept now as normal? It makes no sense to me. The American people have been robbed. You've been sold a bill of goods. The bailout was a sellout, and it's a Band-Aid. It's not going to fix it. They're already calling for more money. And when are we going to stand up and say enough is enough? We're going to go to a break, and we're going to come back with your phone calls, and we're going to also talk about Obama's record on the Second Amendment. So our phone numbers are 704-873-1400. Davie County number is 336-499-0681. Our website's therealnewsradio.com, and I'd like to mention we've made some big changes on that thanks to Travis Hedrick. And go to it. You can watch some different videos. Featured video 5, the Iraqi veterans against the war. I suggest everyone look to it. And we've got a couple of clips we're going to play for you also, but we're going to take your phone calls 3 days before Election Day, and it is a critical time in America. We are sounding the alarm. Okay, we're back on The Real News, and again, our phone numbers are 704-873-1400, 336-499-0681. If you'd like to call in, we would like to get your opinions today. I want to start with Obama's record on the Second Amendment, and it is as follows. He has supported a complete ban on handguns. He has voted to ban most rifle ammunition. He refused to sign a brief supporting an individual's right in the Heller case. He supported the lawsuits that were designed to destroy the firearm industry. He opposed the right to carry for security reasons. He supports gun registration, which in Germany before World War II was used to disarm the Jews and used in Australia to disarm its citizens. He served on the board of the Joyce Foundation, a rabidly anti-Second Amendment organization, and he voted to allow prosecution of citizens for using firearms for self-defense in their own homes. So that's something we'd like to discuss, because no matter who our president is, we have to have a pro-Second Amendment president. That's the most important thing, is the right for the people to bear arms. We've got a phone call. Hey, you're on The Real News.
This is Bill Anderson with the Citizens Forum. I want to compliment you, Farron, on what you have just said about Obama. This week in the Landmark Record, they had a big picture of Obama there right on the front page, and their caption was that white people should not be afraid of Obama. Well, I'm a white person, and when I'm going to say, people will say I'm a racist. But I want to tell you, I was raised on the west side of a street which was a white development. On the east side was the biggest colored development that was in the county. Saturday evening when we went to play baseball in an there was 9 out of every 10 that come to play that was colored boys, and I enjoyed playing with them. But I'm afraid of Obama for this reason, and these about 3 reasons. Number one, he's never served one day in the military. And if he's elected president, he'll be put in charge of the greatest military force in the entire world. He is unqualified. Secondly, he has never managed as much as a candy store. And if he's elected president, he'll be put in charge of the economy of the United States, which is in crisis mode right now. He is unqualified to handle it. Thirdly, he was born in Hawaii. He was raised in Indonesia. He was raised as a Muslim. Once a Muslim, always a Muslim. And he's already said that he was going to give financial help to the Muslim nations. And this scares me, and it scares me real bad. And what I'm saying is, in my opinion, I'm afraid of him as president. And in my opinion, he is totally unqualified to be president of the United States. Well, and if the voters puts him in, they're going to suffer.
I agree
with my opinion. If I'm wrong, you correct me.
Well, I agree with you on this. I'd vote for someone that's pink with blue polka dots if they aspired to the policies that I think is correct to fix the problems in our country. It is not about race. It's about the positions that you just stated right there. As far as his qualifications, he's been in the Senate about 2 years, and then ever since then he's been running for president, and there's so many unanswered questions. You know, the question that you brought up about him being an American citizen, the governor of Hawaii has sealed his birth records. What is happening here in our country? What is happening to our citizenry? Why will they not wake up and see what's happening here?
Well, I don't know why they won't wake up, but you know, this recession started back in the last 2 years of Clinton's administration. Robert LeMaster, who is a Fortune 500 advisor, he made this statement, and I read his bulletin for that month, and he said the United States was heading towards a recession greater than any that they have ever had, that it was not a matter as if it was going to come, it was only a matter of when it was going to come. And, you know, now it has turned out that that man was 100% right.
Well, there's been a lot of people that has been out in front of foretelling this coming economic debacle, and for Bush and our Congress and Senate to act like this snuck up on them is just appalling. It's just unbelievable. And this very week, the Bush administration was still trying to claim that we wasn't in a recession. And you know, anyone that's in business or goes to a grocery store or knows anyone that's working at a factory in their own short time, I mean, we all know what the reality is. It's just unbelievable that the TV would try to tell us so many lies. I appreciate you calling. Is there anything else that you'd like to add today?
Well, that's about my penny's worth. But Farron, I'm 79 years old. My life is run, but I've got grandchildren and great-grandchildren. I am just sick of what kind of a world that I think they're going to be forced to live in.
Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate you calling, and we're going to go to some other phone calls. Hey, I'm sorry we missed a couple of phone calls during that. Feel free to call back. Again, the numbers are 873-1400 and 336-499-0681. Brian, I'll turn it back over to you. Or something else you'd like to share with us today?
This is an article I ran across about the ex-Italian president calling for provocateur-induced riots. Then, for the purposes of radio, I'm replacing a certain word that he said with the word crap. You can do the math out there, people. He said, beat the crap out of protesters. Former Italian President Francisco Cossiga has offered a solution to the Italian government dealing with widespread demonstrations by students and teachers over a cut in state funding of education. Use agent provocateurs to start riots and then have the police, again, beat the crap out of the protesters.